Hello and welcome to TMKF Netrunner. This is not Yeti, and I'm joined by
Aashbo, hello, it's me.
and we are recording commentary for the Cambridge Regionals, which happened, or East Anglian Regionals in Cambridge, which happened about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Happening right now.
Happening right now, as we speak.
Right in front of my very eyes.
So this is round one. We had about 46 players at the event in total, and this is round one. So both of these players, Stuart is a Cambridge local, relatively new to the game. I believe this is his first standard event. And then on the right hand side we have Palmtree, who I've not met before, but I believe is a relatively new Netrunner player, has been playing since last year, and has mostly been playing Shaper, looks like quite aggro Shaper, and R+. In this game, we're going to see Palmtree playing Kit versus Cambridge and Norwich favourite Azmari.
It's they're saying it's Azmari's worst matchup.
Yeah, especially so. So Stuart is playing a version of the deck. I can't actually remember what he was playing, but I think it's pretty close to the version that got played in Italy. So I believe we'll probably see Piranhas, we'll probably see Serevnas.
We're not looking at any cute tech like Roto Turret.
No.
Which you'd love to see Roto Turret in this matchup.
Yeah.
But
So we'll see. I don't know if or to like what extent how much Stu had practice going into this. This is the first time I met him at this event. And also on screen, we see the lovely playmat by Brindlemold, which was the prize for making top cut at UK regionals.
And if you want to win one, you're out of luck.
They're all gone.
They're all gone. No more. Exclusively to the top 8s at the 6 UK regionals.
I was thinking at some point during all of this, like, oh, we'll end up with some spare mats, and like, I should figure out what to do with them. Like, maybe it would be nice to trade them with some like French players or whatever, like, I don't know, just like get something out of it. And we got to the end of it, I realised that I'd forgotten to even keep one aside for myself.
Damn.
I managed to
You only got one because you won one.
Yeah, I managed to just scrape one from winning a tournament. So, not winning, coming second, but making a cut. Looks like they're giving them some cards to declare what
That makes sense.
the Azmari's going to announce. It was Ollie and Count Zero running the stream on the day. I haven't actually watched most of this footage back. We were both playing in the event, so it didn't.
Yeah. We'll assume it was it all went off without a hitch, and they did amazingly well. What do you think about this Azmari opening hand here?
Or what do we see? We've got re-education. We've got a predictive planogram. Did you see anything else?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, so re-education in your opening hand. Oh, they're both keeping, which is interesting. Kit, we can see, has a dirty laundry, a compile, a diesel, which I think
looks
are
like
all
we got sudden predictive re-education and 2 bits of ice.
and a spin doctor.
Yeah, that was the mandatory draw.
So click one where I see HQ. I don't know what that ice was. In the Kit matchup, I actually do not mind an HQ ice. The card that we are most worried about is Burner. Now, obviously, it doesn't tend to like stop it that much, but especially a Serevna on HQ.
It will disincentivize it.
Yeah, for sure. And then I assume that we're jamming a Rashida in the remote. I didn't see a Rashida.
I don't think there's a Rashida. I think that's re-education.
Okay. I don't necessarily... Re-education in the remote, turn 1. Obviously, it's quite tempo forward in a sense, because you're...
It's already setting up the combo.
But it does hog a server
Yeah.
that Rashida could go into.
It could be the spin doctor that Stuart drew.
Which is an interesting one to try and bait a pinhole threading.
Yeah.
It's
looking bad.
Okay, so...
At this point, I'm conceding.
Yeah.
This is what I do at this juncture. Turn 1, Kit top decks a re-education. Although I guess now you're glad that you didn't play that predictive planogram turn 1, because now you can sudden predictive and dig for some punitives.
Maybe, I mean...
Whether you're going to be able to do anything with it.
Yeah, the kit's on currently 9 plays that, which I guess is potentially useful as anti-punitive tech, depending on how many cards we have. We have 5 in hand.
Yeah, so you're now kind of punitive proof.
Yeah, we're saying so. Yeah. So as Stuart, I don't think we're looking to get a punitive line here.
Spin Doctor on the table.
Yep.
You're feeling really good as Kit, I think.
Yep.
You're probably punitive proof. Now, interesting, that was click 1 draw.
I think that was the mandatory draw. I
No,
think it
it
was Res
wasn't.
Spin Doctor mandatory draw.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There we
Go
go.
for sudden. And I don't know. So I think that you've got to be looking to set up the second, to just set up the push. We don't have the lobby down, we just have to go for it. We know we have another re-education. One of the big reasons why re-education, losing re-education off the top is really bad, is because that's one of your combo pieces. You need one of the re-education to actually be in your remote server. If there's only 2 in the deck, it can get a lot worse. So the fact that Stuart already has one in hand is actually...
It's not too bad.
Yeah. Seeing the YDL, that was like a smallish YDL. We're going up to 10 credits. For this version of the deck, 12 is the magic number.
Yeah. Hollow Man, dupe stand, double advance.
Slightly strange ordering there from Stuart. We see him play the planogram after playing the YDL.
Yeah. I think this is one of those things where like reps with the deck really help, because I know when I was practicing with it, I was very hesitant to overdraw, and now playing it, I will happily
overdraw as
much as I want, because I probably don't want that Unsmiling Zarevna in hand anyway.
Yeah, digging for those combo pieces. We've got a Spin Doctor on the table. We've just shuffled some agendas back, so it's good. I didn't see if the re-education got shuffled back from hand.
It did. There was a send a message and a re-education.
Okay, I'm not necessarily excited about that.
No, I think that's not to drag Stuart, but I think that is, like, strictly speaking, wrong. Like you said, you have to kind of be pushing as quickly as possible, especially against Kit, when they're going to play Spark of Inspiration.
As they just have.
If they get Lobosomen down off of this, I think your odds to win are like sub 25%.
Yeah. Interestingly, we've just learned that the 2 other Sparks are in the deck. We just saw that on this Spark dig, which does mean that if we spark into the wrong one, Stuart might have a window. But the suspense is killing me. I can't...
This is,
We're seeing some interesting stuff. It looks like a Pretty Mary.
Oh, there we go. Orca comes down. So...
Okay.
Yeah. Stuart, you're pretty happy here.
Yeah, but you do have to make this window work.
This is why I really didn't... Oh, it looks like they shuffled back in 1 of 2 re-educations.
Ah, fantastic.
In the hand.
So yeah, I don't think we've got any of the other combo kill pieces, but we can really start pushing here. We just gotta get it.
The thing is, with this version of the deck, the Hollow Man makes things easier, but it isn't a strictly necessary piece of the combo.
Yeah.
If you're trying to push dupe stand, you can just have them both installed and double advance the re-education.
Yeah.
We did see that this kit is on at least one pinhole threading.
Stuart showing off the very nice Wheels alt art that was given out at the event.
Very good.
I really like that one. Our decision, so at the start of the season...
I don't like it because the decision to have Wheels at Cambridge meant I didn't win wage workers across the regional season, so I'm not happy about it.
Well, so the reason why we decided to do Hannah, which was like an interesting one, I think, was just like I wanted there to be the most splashable cards in the set, and I feel like Hannah is going to get played out of faction a lot. Like,
Hannah
deep
and
dive
wage
decks play
Hannah and wage workers are both going to see play in all factions for as long as they're legal, I would imagine. And I like the Oppo research on the alt art more than I like the basic art. So, yeah.
What's Stuart up to here? Oh, decided what to spin Doctor back.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, by the looks of things, a planogram and a YDL.
So we know this kit is on Pinhole.
Yeah, almost certainly.
We didn't see a burner, I don't think, on that.
On the dig.
On the Spark.
There's actually a card which I think in hand is Compile.
It is.
Which gets around all of our concerns, basically.
Yeah.
You can just compile for Lobosomo.
Now, what's the text of Compile? You put it down.
You make a run. Yeah.
And then it goes...
The bottom of the stack.
Okay.
But we've already resolved one Spark, so...
That's kind of irrelevant. I mean, you'd hold it in hand for the for the push.
Yeah, you don't need to spend it early.
But it gets the Lobosomum out for the one push. And then, since we've already stolen a 5-3, you can just start trying to deep dive, I guess, is what this kid's going to try and do.
Yeah,
Now,
and
deep
once
dive-
you're on 3 points, like, getting the deep dive off is not the end of the world.
Now, deep dive is not a card we play a lot in Norwich. So I don't know how Azmari generally fares into deep dive decks.
So, Deep Dive is, I would say, quite a good card against the Azmari, in the sense that what almost always ends up happening in... what could often end up happening in the Azmari games is that beyond a certain point, the density of agendas in your deck is incredibly high.
It's like 50%.
You might be on 8 cards in that deck, and you're hoping that some of them are agendas if you're Azmari, because you don't want to be holding them all, right? Which means that we don't ice centrals really either, which means that we can be quite vulnerable to deep dive if they manage to get the game past turn 6 or something.
If they disrupt the combo and don't die to punitive on turn 4 or 5, then deep dive becomes really good because it's very easy to see 2 off of it. There's no like Ikawa click taxing type thing going on. So
that said, if you draw it early, it's not doing anything. You can't really send deep dive like in the mid game, because
well, against Azmari you kind of can.
No, I don't think you can. Like, your odds of finding the agendas aren't that high. The cost to you doing so and potentially risking punitive is like also kind of high. So I don't love it, but getting all of this money now means that the kit is looking pretty good, I think.
Yeah, we've got 15 credits for the Azmari and 16 for the kit, which is
pretty far off.
28 credits is what
you'd
Stuart
need to
needs
double
to
punitive.
double punitive.
And without
you actually
Anacam
need
on the
to
table,
triple punitive.
almost always.
Or
But
hope that Palmtree makes a schoolboy error and ends their turn with 4 cards in hand.
so we've pushed the combo behind 2 pieces of ice, and this is where Compile is going to be huge.
Yeah.
I don't.
And this is where Roto Turret. Oh no, it wouldn't, because Orc's on the table. Owned.
Yeah. But you see, like, you get to see the idea here, right? Where it's just like, but yeah, so it looks to me like Stuart got off to a slower start. Palmtree gets that steal, which is just so important for getting the win off, I think, or like just massively tips the scales in your favour. Let's see if Palmtree is going to send it. Is there a world here where you don't respect the push?
Now, Compile, you don't have to pay for the breaker, do you?
You don't have to pay the install cost. I think it's 3 to play it.
3 to play, so...
And that looks like what we're doing right here. So that's
Yeah.
going to be 2 credits.
So Piranhas is the only thing, and I think it's 1 for 2, which means it's like 5 or 6 to break.
Yeah, 5 to
with
break
Lobosomum,
Piranhas.
which is not nothing.
We could go down low, and Stuart does now have 20 credits. So.
Yeah,
But this is click 1 as well. We may well
that's true.
have...
You just go, gamble creative commission.
It's a Klavetnik. I don't think we have a target for the Klavetnik, but...
R.I.P.
Potentially...
Klavetnik doing Klavetnik things.
Which is not very
Blanking
much.
blanking 0 cards.
Yeah, pretty
Being
much.
1 more credit to res than a ping.
And not giving a tag.
Hey, it costs more to break with Lobosomum than ping.
It does. It does cost 1 more credit to break for the...
2 credit. Hey, those numbers can matter.
They can. A tag can also matter though.
No, not at this juncture. I don't think. With no resources on the table.
With Panagram.
Maybe.
But yeah. So what are we thinking? We're thinking that the writing's on the wall for Stuart here, I think. So Lobosomum is going to come in with 1 counter. It's going to get 1 when we break this because it's basically a code gate. And then, so we're going to be able to get through whatever the second piece of ice is. Even if it's a barrier, code gate, or sentry, we have means to break. So Stuart did baiting the res here.
And it is Piranhas.
Which I think is a good res for you.
It looks like they've miscounted Lobosomum. It should be on 2 counts at the moment.
It won't be relevant, I don't think. But we've got a tag. Oh, no, we've got Babability, sorry.
Yeah.
Right, and I believe that the runner's on 3 cards in hand. And also, we're aiming to end the turn with 5 cards in hand. So not having to... we'll be able to draw 3 times if we did take the damage. we've got options here. I think as kit about how much you decide to break. You can maybe allow the draw sub to fire.
You're going to draw off of Anacam as well once this compile goes in the bin.
Very good point.
So you could eat the damage. You could pay 4 to get through this Piranha's only breaking the Enderrun sub.
It looks like we're breaking 2. We're breaking the damage sub and the Enderrun sub, but we're letting the draw fire, which I think is very reasonable. Now, we could make a big mistake here. Choosing to trash these upgrades is very difficult, and I don't think you'd have any reason to do it.
Yeah, it looks like it stayed where it is.
And same with the Hollow Man.
It's really sad to have to leave the dupe stand there, because if Stuart has another re-education in hand, he, I think, could quite happily just push here.
Potentially, yeah.
This is probably his last window if he can't punitive for whatever reason.
And if Palmtree doesn't have like a spark in hand, or
yeah.
There are lots of things that get Palmtree out of this.
There are, but now
a burner in hand doesn't do quite as much. Oh, there is a spark in hand as well. So the writing's on the wall for Stuart. I
think it's just over. Although, having looked at the what's left of this video file, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe we pull something interesting out here, or maybe we're just staving off. I could see, there's a world where a Serevna res deals some like important damage.
Yeah,
could keep us off.
It could be, Palmtree tries to burn her here. Stuart could make him take the damage by paying, but it doesn't look like that's happening.
Install and res. I don't. We've got some sender messages in hand. On 6 points, punitive is totally dead to us. So we've got nothing left unless.
Yeah, it looks
Stuart
like
can do it
Stuart
from here.
was drawing for punitive with that spin doctor. I think he does have 1 in hand.
I think even on 12 credits though, there's no world in which you can triple punitive.
No.
And so we're going to turn up, but I don't think it's going to help us achieve very much. So rather than just being negative at this point, do you remember how your games went at Cambridge? How was your tournament?
Went pretty well. I brought a homebrew Sable.
Of course, you were on more Sable.
Run-based economy, more Sable, that was having some success in the right matchups, like HB and asset-based stuff. Unfortunately, I matched up against Ag Infusion 3 times, and my favourite corp deck, No Remote, Big Deal outfit, all of which poo-poo my run-based economy and made me very sad. But I did win 1 game against you.
You did.
My 1 win. But my corp games, I was undefeated on Thule.
Of course, you were playing the miserable Thule deck that everyone loves.
Hilarious, fun Thule deck that everybody loved to play against. Everybody was smiling and laughing. They were loving my stupid kill lines. And I do like that deck a lot. And I did go undefeated with that. And I was 1 win away from cutting at Cambridge. And then I paired up against Augustus Caesar on Ag Infusion.
That's pretty much the lowest roll that you could have got.
Yeah, as low as the low rolls get, and I got completely blown out and decimated.
I was also 1 win away from cutting at that event. So if you haven't beaten me, at least one of us would have got there. I talked to Stuart. We went to the pub afterwards, the Devonshire Arms, which is just literally 15 metres away from the venue that we were playing in, which was actually really lovely. The community centre that we were in. It had air conditioning.
Very nice.
It was just spacious, and we had a projector. We had enough tables. That was the big
great.
worry. And then I was chatting to Stuart in the bar. It was really, really lovely. It was just a wonderful tournament day, just to kind of hang out, see everyone.
Yeah, it was very nice. I was only there for the day, and you were there the day before. And
Cobra Bowls and I came up on the Friday, hung out with a bunch of folks, which was really nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was a very nice tournament. All the regionals I've been to have been very nice.
How did you get to in the end?
3. I went to Bristol.
Yep.
Aldershot. This one.
Oh,
I
nice.
would have gone to Nottingham, but it was my girlfriend's birthday. But that was the other one I could have gone to and didn't. And
Fair.
I missed out on Damn wage workers.
The wage workers is like particularly good. I know
The wage
that's
workers is the best one.
Brindlewood is the most proud of. Right.
Which
so,
hopefully means he'll be selling it at UK Nats, and I can just pay him a $5 and get my place there.
Buy your tickets for UK Nats now. Is that the time to do this plug?
Yeah. Ewan, not yet. He has broken even.
Yeah, I think we sold enough tickets that we're in the black, so hopefully it will all be good.
If you buy a ticket after this video goes out, you're paying for extra prizes.
That's pretty much true. I thought you were going to accuse me of like trying to profit off the event.
You'll pay anything extra nice that isn't on the ABR page right now. You can go, I paid for that.
I paid for that. You guys are welcome. But yeah, so to go back to the game briefly, we've put a third card in the remote, and we are.
I guess the spark got the Lobby got sparked out.
The Lobby did get sparked out. There was a funny moment because it was on the bottom of the deck because of compile.
But you do still have to
show
the whole deck.
Yeah. We're drawing up. Maybe we're just trying to cheat through this piranhas. Not entirely clear to me. But I think we've got that was our first click, I think.
I think he's on 8. Yeah, he's on 8 credits. 9 with the bad pub.
What are we?
This is kind of odd because you can just run and
win the game.
But if it's Rashida, and then you can't get in on the next one.
Well, you'd get more charges, but yeah, okay, we're playing that.
But it's money wise. Like Piranhas isn't nothing to break with Lobosomum. It's 6 credits.
This is true. Yeah, so I guess there's a world in which we struggle to get through that multiple times, and yeah, Stuart's line here is really bluff them through to try and get some stuff. You might lose some of your upgrades in the process. You might have to deal with that, but yeah.
This is where I think overclock.
We're playing
that's what we're looking for.
We're just value playing the prepaid. I don't know if we expect that to pay off in the course of the game.
Hey, if one trick shot gets played next turn,
it's even.
Yeah, I guess. Is it 2 credits to install prepaid voice pad?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey, that's like one of the all-time classic Netrunner cards.
Yeah, people need to grow up. There's better economy options now than 2 credits for what pay the influencer. I guess.
I think they're probably also on maybe. I think they're probably on both. But if you get that damn turn 1 in kit, I see multiple agendas in the bin. Why are we spin doctoring here? Is there a spin doctor in the remote?
Maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah, so we've popped a spin doctor because we have a spin doctor in the remote, which means that the kit will have, is it 7 credits at the end of the run? Yeah, I think so. So we'll have the option of trashing both upgrades if they want to. Do you think you would?
Yeah, 100%. I think
both upgrades. Yeah.
There's 2 spin doctors out of the game. In fact, maybe even all 3.
I think all 3.
All 3 are out of the game. You 100% trash Dupestad and Hollow Man, I think.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
There's only 2 Dupestad in the deck, maximum.
Yep.
So there's absolutely 0 reason not to trash Dupestad here, I think. You can trash Dupestad and click for 3 credits, or whatever click this is.
Yeah, I think if you trash Dupestad here, you can pretty much click for credits for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you don't have to. You literally don't have to do anything. Just deep dive next turn.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is as Palmtree, that is your plan, right? You're just biding your time until you can deep dive.
Yeah, I think if you
use one of those run events to check the remote every time that an actual threat comes online. But yeah,
if you trash Dupestad here, I think Stuart has literally no outs to win this game. Because next turn Palmtree can just go. Can just run all 3 centrals and deep dive and probably see 4 agendas off that deep dive.
I actually think right now, looking at the board state, that we may have missed Lobosomu counters. If we fully broke both, which I think we did, I think we should be on 3 Lobi counters right now.
Yeah, they've not been counting them up, and it's been coming in with 0 when it should come in with 1.
But yeah, so Jupiter does get trashed, that makes sense.
I think it's okay to leave the Hollow Man. That's a 3 of, and it's not a core part of the combo.
Yeah, and also you're on 3 credits now, right? Which is you can potentially deep dive next turn. Whereas if you trash that, you have a much harder time deep diving next turn.
I think next turn, if I'm Palmtree, I probably burner HQ.
I mean, I'm not beyond clicking for 4 credits.
Yeah, maybe you click for 4 credits, then the turn after you deep dive, burner HQ.
You're playing sudden.
Run R&D, run Archives, deep dive, if you didn't see an agenda on any of those runs.
So we don't have our combo piece in hand. We bought our click back. We didn't play an operation. We're installing Rashida, we're installing a Dupestad, and we're installing a piece of ice, I think. It looks like a Piranhas. So actually, is this a window? You're on 12 credits, so rezzing that Piranhas is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, but it's also very difficult for Palmtree to break this remote, even without that Piranhas.
I mean, we're starting the turn with 7 cards in hand, right? After that Stone Ship pop. So one of the Piranhas doesn't do anything in terms of stopping the run.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's actually a Rashida in the remote rather than anything,
so
so even if you successfully pull it off, but you might get them to expensive resources.
I think that this is smart, baiting a run here, because Palmtree has to check this, I think. Palmtree has to at least make you res the first Piranhas. If I'm Palmtree, I probably...
Run, get the first res, jack out.
Run, get the res, and jack out.
Yeah.
Would
you trick shot or anything if you had the opportunity?
It's tricky because of kit.
It's tricky because we haven't got those 2 additional Lobby counters that we should have.
Yes.
If we had 3 Lobby counters, you'd
laughing. Yeah, you trick shot here if you can. If not, I think it would be completely reasonable to just run the remote, force the res.
Looks like we've got a pinhole in hand as well. 2 of the new cards that came down, one of them's you're assuming an agenda and one of them's Dupestad. And you know where the Hollow Man is. So it was...
Click 1 Creative Commission.
We love to see it. All too rare that you see a click 1 Creative Commission. I don't think we used the prepaid there.
No, it doesn't look like we did.
Which is a shame. Makes the click 1 prepaid a lot better. My click 1 sudden, whatever it's called. Creative Commission, a lot better.
I think, yeah, you want a pinhole, or like Creative Commission, you could just pinhole and hit.
But you know where the Hollow Man is.
You do know where the Hollow Man is, so actually, yeah, trashing the Hollow Man's really good here.
Yeah, I think if this were me, it's like pinhole the Hollow Man, click some credits, play that creative last. Like, you'd be feeling pretty good. We're going to install the bones. That's a form of long-term thinking that I don't think we need to worry about. But if we do get into this server this turn,
it saves you 4 credits.
It will, yeah. I mean, if we go into the server this turn, we are
playing the pinhole. Now I think you're right. You just go for the Hollow Man here. You don't.
In actuality, okay, go for one of the newer ones. So it's either Rashida or Dupestad. Oh, it's the second Hollow Man.
Another Hollow Man.
Maybe that was the one we did know about. Actually, it was on the bottom. Yeah, that makes sense. Look at all those agendas in hand.
Uh-oh.
That's very funny.
Judge, game loss.
Oops. How are you feeling if you're Stuart in that situation?
Not too bad, because the assumption I think would be...
Yeah, it's going to be out that or a Hollow Man, right? Yeah. So it's like...
You are showing your hand here, but I don't think you're catching Palmtree out by going, you didn't reckon I had a Dupestad here.
So yeah, I think we're going to go...
Like, I'd be assuming if I was Palmtree, once that Rashida's fired, that is Dupestad. And now we've got another Hollow Man in hand.
Install
5 credits. This is a much riskier push than it was last turn, I think.
We didn't YDL, which I think is interesting. Because the credit differential could make a difference for rezzing that piece of ice and still be able to threaten the combo. And we're installing an upgrade on HQ. What do you think that means? There's only one here you can be. It's the Hollow Man.
It's another Hollow Man, yeah. I guess you're going to...
Put it there so that the run on the remote server doesn't necessarily, like, misbones everything out. You know?
Yeah, that's true. But if Palmtree runs a remote server, he wins the game. So I don't know if we need to do that. I'd have much rather YDL there, probably for at least 5 credits. And then you can res the Piranhas and push, assuming you get Azmari money this turn as well.
Yeah, which, as I say, like with the Lobby thing, maybe makes you safe to trick shot, but I think keeping this cat out this turn is probably really hard.
Yeah.
Like, they can just draw 2 cards and be able to get through one of the piranhas.
Yeah, this is where you, I think, need... I think Piranhas is not tricksy enough. It's too easy to just get through. Like,
Yeah.
6 to res and a bad pub for a Shaper to just be able to click 1, click Nuka, click 2, walk through Piranhas.
And it looks like we just got a Sure Gamble. One of the Sure Gambles brought to you by The Degree Mill.
Ooh.
Go to etsy.com/The Degree Mill to get your...
The Sure Gamble's very nice. Their hedge fund, I'm a big fan of their hedge fund. They're also a big fan of their hedge fund because they sell it as a big print.
Oh, really? Nice.
I think it was a Run Together art.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the ones they sell now are slightly redone because they redid the art for because they blew it up for the
I wanted to do the...
So the new ones that you can buy from the Degree Mill are slightly higher quality than the ones that are in the Run Together.
So that's 2 clicks. We did click 1, Stone Ships, draw 2. Click 2, Sure Gamble. You got 2 bad publicity, although I don't know if we've tracked that correctly. Oh no, we got 1 bad publicity.
Yeah, it's just the 1 bad pub.
Do you think we just run it?
I think you have to run it. I would have been running it. Dirty laundering here.
Archives. Potentially catch Stuart on a sneaky one. No, you see the putatives in the bin, which makes perfect sense.
No agendas. I'm worried that Palmtree's going to let Stuart walk away with it here.
There's no... You've got, what, 13 credits? There's nothing keeping you out the remote server if you need to run it.
14 credits. Oh, we've already had Azmari trigger.
Yeah. 5 to Reza Piranhas would get us in. And we might have to break both of them, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a barrier there, there's nothing that can be done.
I'm worried.
There we
go. Thank goodness.
Paying 5, Resing a second Piranhas.
And that is 6 to break.
So if we held the re-education in hand, which I'm not sure, I think the re-education
score it from. Yeah, you could score it from hand with.
No, there's no way of doing that.
What, double Hollow Man?
Yeah, because install, get 2 advancements, get 2 advancements.
Yeah, you're right.
I've been thinking up, is there a way that I can play like Restore in this deck? Can I play it out of Epiphany?
Restore.
Can I play it out of Epiphany to get the
Epiphany
Hollow Man straight onto the table and
Sudden Commandment,
Oh.
Restore, buy the click back, use both Hollow Man.
Oh my god.
Costs you a mere 20 credits.
But it would be cool. Yeah.
It would be really good. You'd be feeling pretty good about that. If you went to a tournament and lost every Epiphany game, but did that once. You'd be feeling pretty good, I think.
There's been some amount of conversation about...
People have been playing it in other IDs. I've seen R+ Dupestad.
We're letting Ace up fire, and we are seeing the last one.
It's
I think Stuart played that about as well. Played that end game about as well as he could.
Stuart still could have won there. I think if that Rashida that turn, I guess it got pinhole. But I do think that there were times there where if Stuart had been able to push an agenda in the late game, he could have won. The kit, while Lobosoma is scary, there's this kind of assumption that once they got the Lobosoma down, it's over, you've lost the game. But having played that kit deck, Lobosoma is amazingly cheap to use, but it's not free.
Yeah.
It's more expensive than using Turbine Buzzsaw. It's more expensive than using Turbine Cleaver.
Potentially.
It feels good because the number 1 for 2 looks amazing, but it's more to break Piranhas with Lobosoma than it is with Buzzsaw Turbine.
Well, thank you very much for joining me for doing commentary for this round 1. We're going to do, I think, rounds 2 through 4 as well.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one. I had absolutely no idea how they plan to get uploaded, what kind of thing. Part of me wants them all out before Worlds, but there's not a lot of time left for that. So
I don't know. I think you could do 1 or 2 a week in the run up to Nats.
UK Nationals, maybe.
This ending splash screen, which the viewers will be looking at now, will say buy your ticket for UK Nats.
Buy your ticket for
this
UK
is the day,
Nationals.
This is the time.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
It's not yet his birthday, so wish him a happy birthday on the Saturday at UK Nats.
Well, we'll see you for the next one.